Nikki Haley. Oh, she said some good things. But then again, she played establishment Republican, too. She feels mighty confident that depending on who the Republican nominee is, she may well be tapped to be the vice presidential nominee, having the right genitalia and so forth. Here she was, in part. Cut one, go.
My story is really not much different from millions of other Americans. Immigrants have been coming to our shores for generations to live the dream that is America. They wanted better for their children than for themselves. That remains the dream of all of us. And in this country, we have seen time and again that that dream is achievable.
Stop. This is, in part, the big lie that the political class, the ruling class, the entrenched class keeps spinning. For most of our history, the basis of immigration wasn't what the immigrant wanted. It was what's in the best interest of the American people, the American citizen. It's not the immigrant's dream. We understand why the immigrant, in many cases, not all, wants to come here. But that's not the basis for making decisions about immigration as a nation. The immigrant's dream. The basis is this, Governor. You are voted to become a public official who holds a public trust by your citizenry, by your constituents. Your constituents are not foreigners who have yet to come to our shores, and others who've come to our shores illegally. The purpose of any federal law is to improve our society and secure our society in the best interest of the American people. Not other people. The American people. The dimwittery that is so ubiquitous among political hacks, Democrats or Republicans, the PC, is just intolerable. This is the first time in modern American history, any time in American history, that Congress has conducted itself so irresponsibly over the last half century, where we've had wave after wave of immigrants and illegal immigrants without a respite, without an opportunity for assimilation, for acculturation, for Americanization. And now you can see it even within our own society, the balkanization, the ethnic front groups, how the Democrats are appealing to groups based on race, based on sex. We now have television stations in different languages. We have calling centers using different languages. This is not the melting pot. This is not what the framers or the American founders intended. And yet you have to hear this Republican governor, who is utterly ignorant about American history and about American immigration, go on like a liberal know-nothing. Go ahead.
Today, we live in a time of threats like few others in recent memory. During anxious times, it can be tempting to follow the siren call of the angriest voices. We must resist that temptation.
She sounds like Obama. Did she say a thing about the angry left? Did she say a thing about Black Lives Matter? No, she didn't. Well, why is that? What about those angry voices? What about the violent voices and the violent acts on the left? You and I, we express our frustration with this entrenched ruling class. I guess what she would say is, look, you can have a disagreement, just whisper. Just tamp it down. Just be rational like she is. You know, folks, you can raise your voice and you can be angry and completely rational. Oh, yes. Or you can talk like she does and can be completely irrational and void of historical knowledge when it comes to this issue. We must resist that temptation, you see. It'd be tempting to follow the siren call of the angriest voices. It's like an Obama speechwriter wrote her speech, snuck into the governor's mansion over there in South Carolina, and wrote her speech. She wasn't done. Cut two, go.
think that a lot of what we're trying to do is say those angriest voices.
Let me set this up properly. This is from the Today Show today. Go ahead.
I think that a lot of what we're trying to do is say those angriest voices are not helpful. You know, if we have citizens who are law-abiding, who love our traditions, who do everything to be productive citizens in America.
Let's stop. Listen to how dumb she is. I'm sorry, she's dumb. If you have citizens who are law-abiding, are we talking about citizens who love our traditions, who do everything to be productive citizens in America? So if you have citizens who are law-abiding, who do everything to be productive citizens, she doesn't even make any sense. Does she even know what she's saying? No. And yet she's touted, oh, she's wonderful, compassionate. We're the ones talking about citizens who are law-abiding and citizens who are productive. Go ahead.
Feel welcome in this country.
Well, stop right there. So you citizens out there should feel welcome in this country. What a genius. Let me just do that. I think that a lot of what we're trying to do is saying the angriest voices are not helpful. If we have citizens who are law-abiding, who love our traditions, who do everything to be productive citizens in America, they should be welcome in this country. Well, then let me say, all of you productive, law-abiding citizens in this country, welcome. The governor welcomes you. Go ahead.
I don't. I've always said that. But I do want us to be more inclusive and understand the reason that this country is so great is because of the fabric of America is made by immigrants.
But I just want to be clear here.
The fabric of America is made up by citizens, Haley. If the fabric of America is made up by immigrants and nothing more, that is immigrants who are here on visas, immigrants who are here illegally, immigrants who don't follow the proper processes and they overstay their visas and so forth, then America is a lawless land. America is made up of citizens. You may be an immigrant, a law-abiding, productive immigrant, that's great. That's not what makes up America. Citizens make up America. Citizens have the right to vote. Not immigrants, unless they're citizens. Citizens. Go ahead.
Talking about those loudest voices, those angriest voices. In that context, you were referring to Donald Trump, correct?
He was one of them, yes. He was one. There's other people in the media. There's people in my state.
It's other people in the media, people in our state. We're just not as good as Haley Barbour. That's right. We're just not as good. So you can be a knucklehead. Just speak in monotone, smile, get in front of that camera. Has she said anything compelling whatsoever, ladies and gentlemen? Do you think this governor, do you think Nikki Haley really is somebody who's going to help turn this country around and save the republic and secure the border and do the things that need to be done? She's so wrapped up in PC, she doesn't even know what she's saying. Yes, we have citizens who are law-abiding and who love America's traditions. Welcome. Welcome, America. I'll be right back.
Mark Levin.